Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Today's episode number 355 of the Level Up program and day number 65 of the Black Belt. If you're new to the program, this is about my daily practice of shooting the dice at the craps table and playing a blue-collar craps style of play. On the YouTube side of things, we got Coffee Land, checking in number 1, followed up by JR Joel, Ada, Uncle Hoku, who just got back from a week's trip at Las Vegas and had a profit of $25,000. Congratulations. We got Lazy Dog, Lead'em, and 10 Minutes with Coach Joel. So good morning to everybody. Joel says he's in Vegas today and tomorrow. Yesterday and today. And he had a profit yesterday of $275. So congratulations to him as well. He said he was up $300, then 5 PSOs in a row, but was able to build it back by playing a skill 66. So that is awesome. But we're going to get started here. We made our goal yesterday. We started off with a $1,500 bankroll, made it up to $1,714. So our goal is going to be about $1,950 or more today. We're going to kind of up the bets a little bit, but remember that you can still scale these bets back according to how I'm doing it if you have a lower bankroll. But let's get her started here. We're going to start off with Crapsee. We got 13 people ready in Crapsee. We got 15 people watching live right now. Make sure you do say hi in the chat and let everybody know that you are here. We're going to do no line bets to start off with, and we'll call it all bets set. We're going to also start off with a Cousin 2 set. Remember, we're still on the 2V dice set for 2,000 rolls, so we're going to go 2, 4, 2, 1, dice out. And we're going to start off with a 6-5 mid-mo-yo. Let me get everything set up here so that way I know that it is working. And that works. Awesome. Okay, so we got a 6-5 mid-mo-yo. Let's call that a natural pass line winner. Come out natural. And again, we're going to use that same set. That was an explosion on the left die, double pitch on the right die, which is a safe result for the 2V, the Cousin 2 set. Again, 2, 4, 2, 1 will be our dice set. Good morning, Jen. Let's see if she is the jinx, like she said. I was teasing her yesterday because she said she missed the 40 rower we had yesterday. And I told her it's because she wasn't here. Just teasing, Jen. But 2, 4, 2, 1, dice out. A little bit long on that roll. We got a 4, 3, 7 on a come out. Another pass line winner, natural. 2, 4, 2, 1, and we got a 4, 3. So I changed the color of the display on the bottom, so hopefully that works out better for everybody, that you can see it. Please put in a comment if that does look a little bit better. So Jen might be that jinx because we got that 4-3-7 single pitch away and explosion, which is a warning sign. So we're going to try it one more time. 2, 4, 2, 1. That last one was a little bit long on the landing zone, so we'll see if we can pull that back and dial in that landing zone. Yesterday we were hitting them pretty decent. We'll go all bets set. They still looking for a point. Shooter number 1. Ooh, that left one popped up a little bit. We got a KitchenAid mixer, the 156. So let's mark the point of 6. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go on the inside. I'm going to make the 5 and 9 look like $30 and the 6 and 8 look like $36. And that's a lot of clicking to do, Crapsee, but we'll get her in. And my goal now is to take a hit, press the number hit and the sister number up 3 units. Hopefully the second hit will be the same number. If not, we'll press up the second hit on the opposite one, a number hit as well as the sister, and then that third one will be a down. And then I'll kind of explain it as we go here. So we'll call this all bets set. I have 132 on the table currently. Again, we're going to go 2, 4, 2, 1. And let's try to get hit number 1 here now. Face out. And we had a 2, 3, 5, the Justice 5. So maybe Jen is not the jinx, but we'll see. We'll see. 2, 4, 2, 1 is a dice set, and we got a 2, 3, 5. So that will be hit number 1. And that's going to allow us to press the 5 and 9 up to $50. So we're actually going to go up $20 on each. That's going to be actually 4 units there. And hopefully we hit a 5 or 9 once again. $42 brought back to the rack, 172 on the table currently. The last one was a primary on top on that left side, an explosion on the right side, which is a safe result. So we'll stick with the 2, 4, 2, 1. And all bets set. Dice out. A right one jumped over the top. This time we got double teaching. 3, 3 hard, 6. And unfortunately, we didn't hit that 5 or 9. So what we're going to do is we are going to pressure that 6 and 8 once we have the bet come out. That was our point, so we hit the point. So we're going to be coming out looking for a new point. But again, once we get that point established, we'll pressure that 6 and 8 up to up to $54. So we're going to go up 3 units. So 2, 4, 2, 1 will be our dice set. Good morning, Glenn. You did miss a monster roll. We had a 3 and an 11 and then a 40. So we went to almost an hour and 20 minutes yesterday. Dice out. Veered off to the into the mixing bowl a little bit. We got a 5, 6 mid-mo yo. Another come out winner, pass line natural. That's how we started off this roll. So again, we are not playing a pass line bet at all or a down pass at all. That was a double pitch on the left side, single pitch towards us. So ultimately, single pitch of the dice. 2, 4, 2, 1. And all bets set. Dice up. And we have a 1, 2, 3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. So this is a pass line loser this time. Oops, darn it, I did it again. Let's get this changed here. 4, 2, 1, and we have a 1, 2, 3. There we go. So that'll work. So this little display that I have on the bottom, I have a couple extra keystrokes to put in. That was an implosion on the left eye primary on top on the right side. So single pitch, or one dice off axis actually. Good morning, Earl. But a couple extra keystrokes to do, so I have to remember that. Yesterday we got in a pretty good rhythm, especially in that long roll. so I was able to streamline it as we went. 21 people in Crapsee, you got 23 people watch on YouTube, only 8 likes. So make sure you give that thumbs up on the way out, please. Greatly appreciated. Or if you have time while we're doing the rollout. 2, 4, 2, 1. Dice out. Still looking for a point. Shooter number 1. And we got a 1, 3, 4. That is the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So we're going to mark the 4 as soon as I enter the damn thing in right. There we go. So the point is 4, marking a point of 4. And again, like I said, we're going to pressure that 6 and 8 up to $54. We're going to be looking for an inside hit now. So it's going up 3 units. And as soon as we get that inside hit, we'll come back down, then we'll bring our bets down, and I'll explain the second part of the strategy as we go forward. So again, 2, 4, 2, 1 is the dice set. We have 84 brought back to the rack, 208 on the table. Dice out. So J.R. Joe says KPI is different. What is the plus? Then enter the number telling us. That plus was the number rolled, the last number. So 134 was the 4. I did a little finagling to get that display in the bottom, and I'm not able to bring the dice rolls up yet, the dice itself. So that is actually a listing of the past numbers rolled. So dice out. Hopefully that makes sense. We have Magic Aces, 1, 1, 2. So if you see that now, that was a 2, and that was a small, by the way. That was a fast hit on that small. Didn't even realize I was getting close to it, so that is a nice little bonus. I'm not on the ATS, but that is nice. So that was an implosion on the left die, single pitch away on the right side. And again, we have got 2, 4, 2, 1 as the dice set. That was 1 off axis that last roll. And dice out, which is a normal thing for us. Good morning, SJ. And let's go all bets set here. So we've only hit 1 tall number so far, and we've hit that several times. That was at 11. A little bit long in the mixing bowl. We got the opposite side. We got OMC Craps, all the dots and all the spots at midnight. And that one was an explosion on the left dice, single pitch towards us on the right side, which is a safe result for the cousin 2 set. 2, 4, 2, 1. And we will call it all bets set. That was no help for me. And dice up. Still looking for an inside hit. Inside number, please. And we got another 1, 3, 4 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So we hit the point, which again is no help for me because I'm not on that 4 right now. But that is nice if you're playing. If you had the option of playing a fire bet, we have 2 numbers towards that fire bet. So let's see if we can pick up a different number here. All of our box numbers are turned off. Again, that was an implosion on the left die, explosion on the right dice. So that was a drift right of the dice. Good morning, Mel. So drift right. So we're not getting a lot of consistency so far, but hopefully we're able to rein this in and get some consistency. No line bet again. All of our box numbers are turned off. We'll go all bet set here. Dice out, looking for another point on shooter number 1. And this time we're back on that 4, and we have the Ian double deuce, the 2-2. Let's go on a cruise with Brian from Holy Roller. So it's Mercury point of 4. And that's a primary on top on both sides. 2, 4, 2, 1. That's our first primary hit so far for today. And let's call this all bets set. So that's 3 4s so far. So 1/4 of the rolls have been a 4. And we got a 2 1 3 ace deuce. Alfredo sauce. I just cannot hit any of these inside numbers. Damn it. All we need is one inside number. One inside number, everyone, that I can get out of the shooter. Or what I possibly could do is I could come down right now. I have $84 brought back. And I can go with a little bit lower level, which is an option. I'm going to choose not to do it, which is probably not the smart thing to do. But I could come down and get out of the shooter right now if I wanted to. But we're going to try a couple more throws here. So 23 people on Crapsee, 28 people watching, and all bets set. Okay, so. We got home see craps, all the dots, all the spots. Midnight, that should be a repeater hit. And that last one was a 2-1. I gotta go through and fix that. So let's go AMC. There we go. I'm gonna go back and fix this one right here. So that was a 2-4-2-1, and we had a 2-1-3. There we go. That should fix it. So that was a repeater win on that 12. And we're can we call it all bet set here? Still looking for that inside hit. 2-4-2-1. Dice out. Dice put apart a little bit when they off my fingers, and we finally got that inside number. 3, 6, 9, the center field 9. Excuse me. So we got that center, or that inside hit now, so that's nice. So now we can come down on our bets. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a $36 6, a $36 8, and a $30 field. And then we're going to hop the 5s for $2 a piece. So let's go 36 on the 6 and 8 first. And then we'll go $30 field. And we're going to hop the 5s for $2 each. And that should bring us up. 154 brought back to the rack, 106 on the table. So we're definitely going to be in profit on this shooter. 2-4-2-1 will be our dice set. The last one was a single pitch towards us on both sides. So there's a primary on the back side. So we'll go all bets set and dice out. And 3, 4, 7, ouch. So at least we got out of the shooter, which is a positive. I would have liked to have gotten a couple more hits though on this. So 3, 4, 7, and that is going to be the end of roll number 1. So we got a 16 on the first roll shooter. Let's see if we can do a little bit better now in this second roll. Get a little more quality of a roll, I guess. So the quality in that last one was 89 points, basically because we had those two repeaters on the, actually the one repeater on the midnight. So again, 2421 will be our dice set. Again, we are not going to do a line bet at all. Thank you, Lazy Dog. And we'll call it all bets set. This will be shooter number 2. Dice up. Then jumped up and around, back on that 4. 2-2 hard 4, Ian double deuce. 2-2, let's go on a cruise with Brian from Holy Roller. So we're going to put a 4. Stick with the cousin 2 set. The last one was a primary on the back, on the top side on both of the dice. And we'll call this all bet set. Dice out. 2, 4, 2, 1. I never place my bets. Darn it. Oh well. 2, 4, 6. The Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. I don't know why I didn't place my bets. So unfortunately, I will miss a hit here. Terrible, terrible, terrible Joe. So we're going to go up $36 on the 6 and 8. We're going to go $30 on the 5 and 9. If I would have had my bets, that would have been the first hit there. But it was not. Again, that was a primary on top on the left die. That was an implosion on the right die. So that was one dice off axis. And all bets out. Dice up. Dice the cross rated down. We have a 369 center field 9. That is a repeat dice result. So this time we will pressure up that 5 and 9. And we're going to go to $50 on each of them. And the last one was 6, so we would have been pressured all the way inside on all the numbers, but we're not. So we had a single pitch towards us on the left die, and we had a single pitch towards us on the right die, so that was primary in the back side. And we'll call it all bet set. Dice up. Dice crossed once again, and we're got a KitchenAid mixer 156. And that sucks because that would have brought us out of this shooter. And since I forgot to place my bets, we are not going to get out of the shooter right away like I should have. So you know what? I'm gonna bring my bets down as if I have enough to go out, and I'm gonna go out instead of going out with the increased level. We're gonna go out with our normal level. We're going to go out with $18 on that 6, $18 on the 8, 15 on the 5. We'll go $15 field bet. So that's $84 brought back to the rack, 66 on the table. And then we're going to use that field to spread our numbers out. 2, 4, 2, 1 is the dice set, the cousin 2 set yet. That last one was an implosion on the left die, double pitch on the right die, which is a safe result. All bet set. Again, the dice cross right at the end. We have a 5, 3, 8, the great 8. That's going to be $6 brought back to the rack. We'll bring that field bet up again for $15. Everything else stays the same. 90 brought back, 66 on the table. And 2, 4, 2, 1. And that's an example now of how if you don't pay attention to the table and the bets, you do mess up. We're able to recover, but we're not up on a table for as much as I would have liked to have been. Should have a little more of a profit brought back to rack, and we should have a little more money on the table. But so far, we're at $24 in a profit for this shooter. Again, our goal is to get to $19.50 or more. So if we get another $98 on the table, we can come down and be in profit at goal. So all bets set. Ace out. Now we got a 4-5 hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. So that's going to be a nice hit for the field. So that's going to allow us to pick up that 9 now. And if we would hit another 9 or repeat, that would be a double pay, which would be really nice if we could do that. But we're going to put $15 on that 9. That was a single pitch away on that left side, double pitch on the right side. So ultimately a single pitch of the dice. Again, we're going to go 2, 4, 2, 1. And I will call that all bets set here. Dice out. Dice crossed again. 6, 2, or 4, 2, 6. Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So that was 2, 4, 2, 1. We got a 4, 2. So that's going to be a single pitch away in that left side, primary on top on the right side. So single pitch of the dice. And that's going to be $6 brought back. So put another $15 up on that field bet. 111 brought back, 81 on a table. 2, 4, 2, 1. And all bets set. Face up. 314. That is the Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. That's the third Big Joe that we've thrown for the day. And that'll be another field hit here. So what we're going to do now is that's enough to spread all the way across. So we're going to take that $15 that we won on that 4. By the way, that was our point. So we're going to wait till we get a new point established. But we'll take that $15 that we got off that field one, and then we'll use the $15 we have on the field to spread all the way across, so that way we don't have to be on that field anymore. Again, 2, 4, 2, 1 is our dice set. That last one was a single pitch towards us, single pitch away from us. So that's a double pitch of the dice, which is a warning sign. Good morning, Cajun. And he's got his 500 for the day, so he's going to go to the cage like a smart, smart man would do. So thank you for the compliment. And we're looking for a new point. This is still shooter number 2, dice out. And the dice did drift a little bit. We're on that sister number now. We have the Old Bay Bushel, 5-5 hard 10, so it's marked a point of 10. And 10 will be our new point. And that's the first 10 we've thrown today. So like I said, we're going to take $15. We're going to put that as a place 4. We're going to take $15, put it as a place 10. We now have $96 on a table, 126 brought back to the rack, so we definitely will be in profit for this shooter. 2421 is the dice set. And now we're going to start trend betting upwards. And I have some slightly different bet progressions now. I'm going to be a little more aggressive. I did the math last night, and it's more of a half press, whereas I was doing a 40% press on my other progressions. But we're going to go to a half press type pressing now. So we'll call this all bet set, and I'll explain it to you guys as we go. Maybe I'll do a different video on my trend betting on this half pressing progression limit. Dice out. A little bit long on that, and that is the normal result when I get really long. That happened to Craig from Old Bay Bush or Old Bay Crapsee last night. We got 437, and that is a ouch. But that happened to Craig last night, where he had what he called a perfect throw, energy, hit the wall, barely touched the bottom, diamonds came down and landed right up against the wall, just like that one, and he had a similar result, 437. So we got all this shooter just in time. We had a little bit of a profit there. We made a profit of $30. So we're up to what are we up? We're up about $80 almost in profit for the day here so far. And our goal is to get a little bit over $200 profit. So let's see if we can continue on now. So that was a single pitch away in that left side, and that was explosion on the right side, which is a warning sign. So we're going to keep an eye on that. 2421 is what we're going to stick with because that has been treating us good. I'm not doing any line bets again. And all bets set. Dice out. Shooter number 3. We're back on that 4. Wow. 2-2. Hard 4. Which is the Ian double deuce. 2-2. It's going to Cruz. Brian from Holy Roller. I guess Alfredo's been using the 2-2 hard 4 as Fuzzy's number now. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I was down in Joliet and saw Fuzzy this last week, and I never heard the hard 4 come up once. So anyhow, 2-4-2-1 is the dice set. We are going to go $36 on the 6 and 8. We're going to go $30 on the 5 and 9. And I will call it all bet set. 24 people still on Crapsee, 27 people still watching, only 13 likes. And dice out. Dice did land and hop towards the left, but we got another Kevin the Carpenter, 426. So that is the 2x4. So that'll be our first hit on this shooter. And like I said, we're going to pressure the 6 and 8 now up to $54. So we're going to go up 3 units on each. And that was a single pitch away on that left side, primary on the right side. So single pitch of the dice. 2, 4, 2, 1. Cousin 2 says what we're sticking with. And all bets set. Basically. And we got OMC craps, all the dots, all the spots, midnight. That is a lot of those today. So that's 3 of them today so far. That is an explosion on the left die, single pitch towards us on the right die, which is a safe result for the 2V die set at cousin 2. And we'll call it all bet set. SOR. Let's see if we can hit a 6 or 8 right away. And we did. We got a 3, 5, 8, the great 8. So that is a perfect situation for us, because that'll be 2 hits and down. So we will be in profit no matter what on this shooter. So that is perfect. 105 brought back to the rack. So we're going to bring our bets down. And then we're going to go 36 on the 6 and 8. And we'll go $30 on that pass line. And then we're going to hop the 5s for $2 a piece. So actually we're into the shooter for $106, and we brought back 105. So we're into the shooter for only $1. Actually, what I should do is, no, I'm still about $63 away from goal. So 2, 4, 2, 1 is a dice set. That last one was a single pitch towards us on the left side, double pitch on the right side. So single pitch of the dice. All bets set. They saw me. And we got a 4, 4 heart 8 square pair. So that is going to be $12 brought back now to the rack. Because we doubled everything up, and we're just going to repeat our bets again. So we're going to go 36 on a 6 and 8, 30 on that field. Hop the 5s for $2 a piece. Single pitch away on that left side, implosion on the right side, safe results for the 2V dice set. So it's 1 dice off axis. Thank you for the reminder there, Lazy Dog. And we'll call it all bets set here, dice out. It's not comfortable, we'll regrip them. Kind of pushed down a little bit with my thumb. Another 6 to 8, Duracell 8 this time. And that is go out, support free live content. And give that thumbs up where deserved. And make sure that you subscribe if you haven't done so already, please. Every little bit of help is greatly appreciated. And that's for all the channels that you enjoy watching, not just mine. So that's going to be another $12 brought back to the rack. We're at 1913 on our bankroll. If we took everything down, we're just going to repeat our bets once again. If I lost everything on the table, we'd be at 1807, which is up almost $100 for the day. So 2, 4, 2, 1. And we'll go all bets set here. Dice out. Dice the cross on us. We got a 5, 2, 7. And that isn't. That was kind of a weird landing on the back wall there. 5, 2, 7. So that roll comes to an end. Almost 7. That was an average length roll. So we had 2 good rolls, an average one. Let's see if we can finish this up with a good roll. We can get out of the shooter. We're at 1807, so we're still in profit today by almost $100. So we're what is that? $7, so $93 in profit for the day. So I'm happy with that. If I was in a real casino, I would consider probably taking a break right now. But we're going to keep on going for the show. 2, 4, 2, 1. And taking that break would be the blue collar crap style of play. So new shooter number 4 here. Again, we're not going to do any. Actually, this time let's do a line bet. Let's do a $30 line bet. And we'll just kind of shake things up a little bit here. And we're going to call this all bet set. Stick with that cousin 2 set. We are looking for 2s or 5s on top, and we're getting probably about half of them, maybe a little bit over half, have either 2 or 5 on top. So that is a good sign, I guess. 2, 4, 2, 1, dice out. Once again, those dice cross, and once again, we're on that 4. 2, 2 hard 4. And that would be the Ian double deuce. 2, 2. It's going to Cruise Brian from Holy Roller. So let's mark the point of 4. And that does suck for me here because we normally were going to go with those inside numbers. So now that we're on that 4, let's do the outside. So let's go $30 on the 5, 9, and 10. And that 10 will be a buy bet, of course. So we'll call it all bets set here as soon as we get the dice set. 2, 4, 2, 1. Last one was a primary on the top on both dice. All bets set. Dice out. Dice split apart just a little bit when I left my fingers. We got a 6, 2, 8. Duracell 8. Unfortunately, I don't have anything on that darn thing. 2, 4, 2, 1. We got the 6, 2, 8. So that's going to be no help for me. I probably should have had money on that 6 and 8 because we actually hit quite a few of them already today. But we're going to keep on going. I'll keep the bets the same. I'm not going to chase the numbers right now. 2, 4, 2, 1. That's usually a sign for me to actually, if I was to switch over, I would hit the number I took it off of probably. But 26 people still playing on Crapsee. We're still at 26 people on YouTube, and all bets set. Thanks. And we got another 8. 3, 5, 8, the great 8. Damn it. We would have been out of the shooter if I would have been on that 8. But I wasn't. The great 8 looked great, huh? Thanks, Dr. No. So we have a 2, 4, 2, 1. And all bets set here. The last one was a single pitch towards us, double pitch on the right side, single towards us on the left side, single pitch of the dice on axis. And they suck. And we had a 369 center field 9, so we finally got our first hit on this shooter. So that's going to allow us to pressure that 5 and 9 up. We're going to go to $50 on both of those. Any idea why the toss went bouncy? Because my table is a semi-bouncy table. That's more than likely why. And if it does not land super, super flat, they do bounce up. And that's something that I've advertised quite often. When you listen to a lot of people shooting on YouTube, you usually hear a big bang on the table, and that's usually because their table is a little bit harder. My table's not that hard, semi-bouncy, so that's why, again, like I said, if it doesn't land completely flat, they do bounce up in the air, or they may go off at a different angle as well. So it's something to kind of keep an eye open. I have a semi-bouncy table because a lot of casinos I play with have a semi-bouncy table, except for my home casino is a little bit harder of a table. Oneida has a pretty decent table, harness-wise. They saw it. And we have a 415, the KitchenAid mixer. And that's the horse and buggy, the trucking camper. So that is perfect. So we got out of the shooter right away. We did hit the 8 a couple times, so we missed out on those, but we got out of the shooter now here. And let's go. We'll bring our bets down. And we're going to go $36 on the 6 and 8. That was a good question to ask, Dr. Noah. I appreciate the questions. So we're going to go $36 on the 6 and 8. We got $30 on the field bet. And we're going to hop the 5s for $2 each. So we're going to actually still be in the shooter for just a little bit yet. So we've got 112 brought back, 136 on the table, and that's basically because of that pass line bet that we have out there. So that would be the 4. So perfect situation would be hitting the 4 now, so we get paid out on the pass line as well as on that field bet. 2, 4, 2, 1 is the dice set. Last one was a single pitch away on the left side, single pitch away on the right side, so it's a primary on the front side. All bet set. This out. And we got a 145, and that would be the trucking camper once again. And this time was reversed. The last one was a 4-1, I believe. This time it was a 1-4. So I cannot say that was a repeat dice combination. This is actually reversed on me. And that's why it's important to watch that left die as well as the right die, so you know which one does which, because this now gave a different result. The last one was a 4-1, which was the single pitch away on that left die and a single pitch away on the right die, which is a primary on the front. Okay, this time it was a what was it, a 1-4. So that means that was an implosion on that left die and an implosion on the right die. So this is a double dice off axis, or double implosion. So just again, same dice result, but reversed. It gives you different results of the dice and different things to watch for. So we're gonna go all bets set. Actually, I'm gonna take, guys, redo your bets here. I'm gonna stop because I forgot to place my field bet here. So I'm gonna go off. I'm gonna go repeat my bets. And then get all your bets back in again really quick here. I apologize for that. Give you guys just a couple seconds. Here we go. All bets set, they sound. Let's get a 4. Yes, we hit that point. We got the 2-2 hard 4. So that was my perfect situation, because now I got paid out on the pass line as well as on that field bet. So that was a double payout. Well, I really called that one, didn't I? So now we're going to be able to pick up that 5 and 9 as soon as the new point is established. So I'm going to take that pass line down, and we're going to take that field down. So all of our bets are turned off currently. And again, 2, 4, 2, 1 is a dice. That was the last one was a primary on top of both sides. And we'll call this all bet set. Looking for a new point. Dice out. So if you're shooting a table, you obviously need a pass line bet, but I'm going to pretend I pass the dice to the next person. Here we go. And we got a 6-5 mid-mo yo. That is Chiro coming to us from above. So that is a pass line winner, natural. So if I would have been on that pass line, that would have been paid out, but that's all right. 2, 4, 2, 1. And the last one was a explosion on the left die, double pitch on the right dice, safe result, cousin 2 set. And we'll call this all bet set. Again, I'm not going to do any line bets here. And here we go. A little short on that landing zone, but we're on the 8 now, the 5-3-8, grade 8. So let's mark the point of 8. Good morning, bot 316 checking in. And we're going to pick up the 5 for $30. Pick up the 9 for $30. No, we are not. We're just going to pick up the 5 for $30. We're going to put 30 on that field again. So now we're at 166 brought back to the rack, 132 on the table. Actually, we could pick up that 9 for $30 also. We'll do that. So now we're at 166 brought back to the rack, 162 on the table. So the perfect situation now would be a 2, 12, or a 9. That would set us up pretty decently if we could do one of those, 2, 12, or 9. So 2, 4, 2, 1 is the dice set. All bet set. And we did not get that, but we got a 10. I'll take that. 6, 4, 10. That is Waylon's best friend weighing it in. Daddy Joe. So that's the first 6, 4, 10 that we did today. So 6, 4. And that is enough to get us all the way across on our bets now. So we're going to come down off that field. We're going to go with a $30 buy bet on the 4 and a $30 buy bet on the 10. And a Crapsee that charges you a $1 VIG. If I was at my local, that would actually be a $2 VIG. because anything over $20, they charge the next vig up, which really is stupid, but that's what they do. 2, 4, 2, 1 is our dice set. And now we're just going to start trend betting upwards from here. Good morning, Tom. He says he's curious about what people do when they hit their profit goals. Do you literally pull all your bets down and walk away in the middle of a roll? Do you only count profit goal after the roll ends? Great question. I will tell you what I do. If I'm in profit and I have enough above profit, so let's say my profit goal is $150 and I have $175 between my rack and what's on the table in profit, I'll pull everything down except for $25 and I'll play that $25 till I lose it. So as long as I make the profit goal. And the example would be, and if Demon Dog checks in here, good morning, Dan. If Demon Dog checks in, he would verify this. And if Brian Flegel was here, he would verify this from this past weekend. Big AZ had a monster roll, and I pulled my bets down when I was $50 away from my profit goal. But what happened was I already made back $350 of my loss. So I was still $50 down. I pulled all my bets down, and he went on to roll for another 15, 20 rolls afterwards. So that's a great question. Now, most people, on the other hand, will, if they're at the profit goal, they'll just keep on playing till the end of the roll. And then you kind of see when I play here now, what happens is that if I pull all my money down, I may be close to the goal, but if I lose it on a 7-out, then I would be significantly lower. So for right now, I have $194 on the table. I'm actually going to pull my money down because that'll put me at 2003 for my bankroll. So that means that I'm $53 over. So this is where I could just play with the $53. So let's do this one. So let's put $20 on, actually, let's do this one's. Let's go 18 on the 8, 18 on the 6, and then 15 on that 5 on the field. And we can go pop the 5s for $1 a piece, and that'll put us exactly at our goal for the day. So if we lose all the money, we're at $19.50 on my bankroll. So great question. Thank you for asking that. We'll call it all bet set 2421. And now this is fun money. So this is money at my goal or above my goal that I can play with and just try to build more money or just have fun with it. And if I lose it, I lose it. Not a big deal. And we have a 459, the hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. So thank you for asking that question. And hopefully that made sense to you. So Glenn finishes out the shooter, and a few times it has been smart to regress. Yep. I've found that 2/3 of the time it's smart to regress your bets. 1/3 of the time it's not smart because you actually go on. Now with Big AZ, if I would have went on, I probably would have made an extra $200-300 on my day, which would have definitely put me in profit for the trip. But I chose what I felt in my stomach to do. So that was 9. So let's pick up that 5 for $15. So we're still at $19.50 for our bankroll if we lost everything. Otherwise, we're at 2016 if I pulled everything down right now. We'll call it all bet set here and dice out. 2421. Last one was a single pitch of the dice. But my style of play is not normal. 628, the Duracell 8. Go out, support free live content. My style of play is not normal for a lot of people. I do what I call a blue collar style, meaning that I usually have a lower bankroll when I go to casino. My win goals, profit goals are usually a little bit lower as well. And that causes me to do things like that. And an example would be, if you watch Arnell from Dice Grinders, he did a trip report the other day, and he actually pointed out the fact that I pulled all the money off, and he could not understand why I did that. But I hopefully will explain it, or I just got done explaining it there. But we had a 6 that's $6 brought back to the rack. So we're going to go back up again, $15 on that field. So we're actually going to be $6 in profit either way. My profit goal when I go to the casino, Dan, is somewhere between 10 to 15% of my buy-in, or my bankroll for the day, if you will. Here on the show, I think it's right around 12 or 13% is my profit goal today. So 1,700, and my goal is 1,950 or more. So that's a little bit over 10%, maybe about 12%. But that's about what it is when I go to the casino. I find that you can usually hit that with some work, but it's usually not extremely hard. But that's where the discipline comes in. We have a 246, the Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. That's where the discipline comes in when you're actually at the casino. And that's why you should practice that discipline at home when you are shooting the dice or playing in Crapsee or whatever you're doing. So that way it becomes habit when you do go to the casino. So that was a 6. We're going to mark the point of 6 here. And again, we're going to go back up $15 on that field bet. I don't have any pass lines, so we're going to keep that 18 on the 6. And still 29 people playing on Crapsee, 30 people watching. So if you know, like I said, that's the way that I do it. It's a color crap style way of doing it. You know, if somebody else does it differently, you know, make sure you put that in the chat. Start a conversation, you know. There is no real right way to do it. Whatever you're comfortable is the actual right way. Whatever you're comfortable with, dice out. And we have a 358, the grade 8. Once again, another $6 brought back to the rack. So we're hitting a lot of 6s and 8s now, so that field bet is actually hurting us. But I'm going to keep on going because this is just profits money. So that's another $6 brought back. We are at 1962 if I lost everything. 2013 is our total bankroll right now. Doctor, no, the only time discipline doesn't count is when you're making a video and you've got 15 minutes more. I kind of agree with that. Oh, Dr. Dan says, Joe, my point is you're counting what's in the rack and on the board or on the table. If you're counting both to determine if you're at goal, then when you are there, do you pull it and go home? Yes, I do, Dan. I will usually, good morning, Craig. I will usually pull off what's on the table to get me to my goal. And that's exactly what I did again with Big AZ's roll this last weekend. And I would have made more money if I would have stayed up, but I did get close to goal, so I pulled everything off the table. If I could just regress and get to goal, that's a better situation that I would prefer to do. But I am disciplined enough when I'm in the casino. And again, I have had many people here watch me play in a casino, and they would agree with that. So, and yeah, we'll go, what was that last one? The last one was an 8. So we're going to go back up $15 on that field bet. Why am I down on my money now? Somehow I lost $3 in this. That's because I don't know why that is. Huh. I don't know, for some reason I screwed up my bets, so I'll be $3 under if I would happen to get a bad number here. But anyway, they sucked. And we had a 628 Duracell 8, so now we're going to be $3 over again. Our profit goal if we lost everything. 2421, 62. That's a lot of 8s there. That's a repeater win, by the way, on that 8. And we already hit the repeater on the, no, we did not, on the 6. We did not. So again, 2, 4, 2, 1. And we're going to go $15 up on that field again. And we'll call it all bet set. So we will be at goal no matter what today. Here we go. Dice put apart when they left my fingers. We have a 5-4 hard 9 Big Daddy Mac. So that is going to be a field hit here. And that is going to allow us to pick up that 9 now. Yeah, the difference between regular and AP player, advantage play player, and that's exactly it. You know, it's funny when you're at the casino and you do that, and a lot of people look at you. And you're like, what the hell are you doing? Why are you bringing your money down? Well, something just didn't sit right, or I'm at goal, and I'm fine with that. You know, whether my goal is $100 for the day, or $1,000 for the day, or $50 for the day, it does not matter. If you hit the goal, you should. The smart thing is to pull the money down, so that way you don't lose it. Because a lot of times when I hit the goal, I still have $100-some out on the table. And if that 7 would come on the next roll, that's the $100 you got to make back up then again. And that's just my opinion. But all bets set here. Dice out 227 brought back to the rack, 81 on a table currently. And here we go. And we got a 314 Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. So that's our 4th 314 for the day. And that's a nice hit because that's going to allow us to pick up the 4 and 10 now. We don't have to do the field bet anymore. So we're actually at 96 across on profit monies. So if I lost everything, we'd still be $3 over goal, but we have a bankroll right now of $2,049 if I took everything off the table. So that's another question that you can ask yourself. Do you want to go home with that extra $100? Is that sufficient enough, you know, to walk out with that goal or that profit? And that's something I would probably do, is pull money down, and I'd walk home and go get something to eat on the way home with that $100, you know. But all bets set. No, I've never heard that I've iced the shooter, but what I have heard is that, how did you know that 7 was coming? I'm like, I just had a gut feeling. You know, I've heard that many times because I have often taken the money down, and within the next 1 or 2 rolls, that 7 has shown. Dice out. Ooh, that was a little bit high energy there. 415 trucking camper. Single pitch away on that left die and a single pitch away on the right die. So that is a primary on the front side. So you guys liking that the little display that I have in the bottom there? That is something new as of yesterday. Something that Coach Joe has helped me design and put on here. So that way you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. And you can hopefully start following that a little bit, so you can kind of see start analyzing the dice a little bit better. So anyhow, that was a 5, so we're going to pressure that 5 up to, again, I changed my progressions now. So we're going to go $25 on that 5. So we're just going to add in $10. We'll bring some back to the rack, and we'll put some back on the table. Good morning, Red. So he's off to the cage, $459 profit, and all bets set. Thank you, SJ, for the critique. That is very nice of you. 2421, dice out. And we have another 134 Big Joe from Crapsee Master Journey. So that display on the bottom, you will not see anywhere else on any other YouTube channel, at least not for the foreseeable future here. That is exclusive to the Level Up program here. That's a repeater win, by the way, on this shooter. That is 100% accurate there, Dan. He says, if you're thinking I'll pull my bets after one more hit, pull your bets right now. 100% accurate in that. We're going to go to $25 on that 4. We'll make that a buy bet. Tom says the secret of walking away profits is have me shoot a double digit on every shooter. That might be a possibility as well. So we'll call this all bets set. We'll go 2-4-2-1. You know, but I mean, if you're at a table, especially your local casino, and a lot of the people there are probably not as educated as the majority of us in this community here. Everybody seems to want to shoot the dice. You know, so you're going to have to learn how to bet. You're going to have to learn to be disciplined at the table. Because you're not going to have the opportunity to shoot the dice all the time. You know, if you get it once an hour, you're lucky. Dice out. And we have a 1560 trucking. That's a KitchenAid mixer. You know, for example, when we were down in Juliet, and this is a good problem to have, but it went from fuzzy to Arnell to Mickey, to Demon Dog Chris, to Random Shooter, and then Big AZ. So it didn't even get, it went halfway around the table, and it took almost 2 to 2.5 hours just to get that far. So again, that's a good problem to have. But that was an example of where if I would have been shooting, which I was not that morning, but if I would have been shooting, then I wouldn't have had the dice for almost 3 hours in between rolls. And you can't tell me that you know what the table's doing in that time period. By then you've already cooled down and your thoughts might be somewhere else or whatever. But that was our point. So we hit the point. We're going to be coming out looking for a new point here. And again, we have a nice roll going here. So no line bets. We'll call this all bet set. All of our box numbers are turned off. And I saw it. I have 311 brought back to the rack so far, 117 on a table. But again, like I said, all bets are turned off. They saw it. And we have a 325, the Justice 5. So let's mark the point of 5. So I actually talked last night. Someone that follows me here gave me a phone call or texted me to have him call him. And we actually talked about the roll a little bit yesterday. And I said, you know, about the 40 roller, if there was a way to figure out exactly why I had 40 rolls yesterday and I could reproduce that every single day, that would be a perfect situation. And we got lucky today so far here. Good morning, Duracell. We'll go all bets set. Yeah, I agree with you. If you could profit from not shooting, and it's a good day. And that does happen if you do it correctly. You can make it happen semi-regularly. But the goal is having a smaller profit goal. So we got a 617, and that is the end of the roll here. But the secret to that, in my opinion, is having a smaller profit goal. So that way you can call it a profit for the day. The problem is too many people try to have too big of a profit goal, and that's when they end up losing all the money because they don't get to that level. Good morning, John GT. Check it in. That was a sharpshooter payout. Let's check our statistics for the end of the day here. We had 4 shooters. We had a 16, a 10, 7, and a 22. That last one had 224 roll quality points. That first shooter, we hit that small. Look at the numbers hit on the 4 and the 8, way above expected on those 2 numbers. So our box numbers are a little bit above expected today. Inside numbers are about expected. 4s and 10s were high today. Come out 7s low. Horns are expected. Feels a little bit high. Hardways are definitely high. SOR of 13.8 today, SRR of 11.0, both 2 days in a row here where we had double-digit SOR and SRR. Here's our black belt statistics through the end of yesterday's show. And we had 2,673 throws by the end of yesterday, 9.77 SRR, SOR, 6.5 SRR, and a 6.81 BS. So we're creeping up on our goals for the black belt. But guys, make sure you go over to John's Casino Gaming TV channel to check out his show going on right now. It is the Daily Paycheck, and he follows it up with the Coffee Run. I do appreciate everybody for showing up today, and hopefully I will see you back tomorrow. Good morning, Marble Fork, and good morning, Brian. But anyhow, sorry. I hope to see you guys back tomorrow. I do appreciate all the support that you do offer to me on a daily basis. Hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice Shooting Journey. Let's make it yours too. Everybody have a great day. Be safe and be prosperous.